Has your HVAC thermostat started acting up or gone blank, etc.? And you popped the front case, and then you saw a mishmash of wires or something that just resembles confusion. It's actually very simple once you learn the what color goes where. Now, electricity can flow on either one, so sometimes if one wire is damaged, a technician may use another wire. So it's not engraved in stone that it's color coded. It's just a generalized theory or use or whatnot out there in the field. But two wires, when you see a conglomeration of wires here, two wires that are of utmost importance would be number one, the red wire, number two, the blue wire. So let's define what each one does. The red wire would be the incoming power. The blue wire would be the common wire. So basically, you need 24-volt power in your thermostat. So now one caveat, and this would be important to take note here. When you're changing your thermostat, you may want to consider going to the air handler and cutting the system off, or if you know where the breaker box is at, cutting it off in the breaker box, because there are some of these wires that if touched together, it can backfeed and blow a transformer. So I'm not certain if backfeed is the correct terminology, but if you have killed the power, it's kind of like a safety. So you just instead of taking a chance here, now one may not do this, but if you do it, then you blow a transformer, and then you end up having a 15 to 30 minute job, and this morphs into a 2-hour job or a 3-hour job, or if it's on the weekend and you're unable to get a transformer from the HVAC supply house, it could be a very, very cumbersome and very aggravating. So, and just to try to keep Murphy's Law from happening here, just basically kill the power to the system, either at the air handler or the breaker, and be sure to know where your breaker's at for your air handler, condenser, etc., in your breaker box. And it's good to have these labeled, especially if you go out of town and something happens, and say you're at the beach or you're in the mountains or you're at the lake, and something happens and somebody calls you and they say, what do I do? And you say, well, go turn it off. So it's very cut and dried, and they know exactly which breaker to turn, so to turn the system off. But if you kill the power, you'll be fine. But the two wires here to take note of would be the red wire. This would be your hot wire, and the blue wire, this would be your common wire, 24 volts. I may be wrong on this, but I think at 24 volts in and 24 volts out. So basically, the two of the thermostat wires. Again, before changing your thermostat, turn the power off to make sure you don't touch the wrong wires. And if you end up touching the wrong wires, if the power's off, it may not do any damage. But if the power's on, it could go back and it could blow your transformer. So again, there's the two thermostat HVAC or heating and air conditioning thermostat wires to take note. In my opinion, the preeminence would be the red wire and the blue wire. The red being the hot, the blue being the common wire. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.